Hi, I'm Elle. I'm the Keystone Stitcher, and today I'm here to share with you my plans for Flossmas. I will be starting all the Christmas pieces that I own, pretty much. There might be 2 or 3 that don't get started. So I will be recording every other day on all the odd days, so the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, and so on. I have a full coverage that I'm going to start, and I will share that with you in a minute. And then I have 15 smaller, some are ornament size, some are just smaller than a full coverage, that I thought maybe you would like to see what they are. And maybe there's one here that you would like, or you'd like to even start with me. So let's get into the projects. We're going to keep this kind of short and sweet. I know, like for us, it's the holiday week, so I know everybody's getting busy. All right, so my focus piece. This is artwork by Ruben McHugh. Here it is. This is Steampunk Santa. It's by Charting Creations. It's $2.95 by $2.92. I first saw Ruben's artwork when Mama Flossabilities, and she records sometimes with her daughter, and the channel's called Flossabilities. She did one of Ruben's pieces, and I thought, wow, that's so pretty. And then when I went and looked, this is the one I fell in love with. So this is going to be stitched on every day throughout Flossmas, and the rest of them will kind of rotate as I spin my wheel. And these are what I have on my wheel. I have a poinsettia. This is by Cross Stitch TR on Etsy, and it's small. It's 42 by 42. Then this one is by Smart Cross Stitch. It used to be a freebie. I believe it's now in their Etsy shop, and there's an option for a red and a blue. I thought these were really little. They're not. They're 82 by 115. My favorite color is blue, but I have a really gorgeous red variegated floss from another project that I might stitch this one in. But like I said, Smart Cross Stitch, you can go to smartcrossstitch.com, and they have about 130 some free designs. I didn't happen to see this on their freebie any longer though. Okay, now the next couple are from this year's holiday edition, the 2024 Christmas edition of Just Cross Stitch magazine. This first one is Hollyberry Sampler. It's by Carrie Powell, and it measures 56 by 62. I will not be stitching the alphabet. I just want the tree and the little cardinal up there, and then I might take the date and move it over under part of the tree, or I might leave the date off altogether. I haven't quite decided yet. That one is so small that I think on the day that that is spun, I will have to spin another one just so I have something else ornament size to work on until I record again. Then I've got Peaceful Path. This is by 3 Tiny Owls. Now, like I said, these are all in the magazine. This is 70 by 70. It's a full coverage. So this one probably won't get done, and that's okay. This next one is Polar Bear Wishes. And I still continue to see the Coca-Cola bear from the commercials every time I see this. This is by Century Farm Stitching, and it measures 60 by 48. Then I have A Quiet Place by The Little Stitcher. It's 71 by 43. And this one here, it calls for a couple, not beads, but charms on it. And I don't think it really needs it, so I'm going to leave those off. The next one is probably one of the very first projects, one of the first designs I ever bought off Etsy when my son gifted me an iPad. And I thought, let's see if I can stitch from a tablet instead of my magnetic board, which I'd always stitched from. This is Children and Christmas Tree, and it reminds me of Charlie Brown. Don't know why it's not Charlie Brown, but that's what it reminds me of. This is by Crazy Bee, the word BEE patterns on Etsy. By the way, I'll link each of these down below if there's one that you'd like to stitch. It's 178 by 101, and if you're looking at all those little snowflakes that are, I believe, French knots, yeah, that won't be happening. I don't think it needs the snow coming down to give the effect that it's winter. This next one is Scandinavian Fir Tree. This is a free design from DMC. It's 90 by 110. I've had this one for a while as well because I have a piece of fabric that I know I measured out, and I stuck a little piece index card and wrote the name of this design and then put it in with that fabric. So it's time I started, right? Because otherwise that fabric is just sitting there. All right, now this next one, there's 6 designs that you got all together as one purchase. Off of Etsy, it's off of Cherry Mary store on Etsy. I like that name. These are called Simple Ornaments, and I want to do 3 of them. So there's the red cardinal, there's the deer, and then the tree. I don't know if I'll do the wreath around it, but those are the 3 I want to stitch. And then I have Winter Bird. This is by Stitch Patterns Design on Etsy as well. It's 63 by 57. Then I have Woodland Santa. This measures 112 by 140. I can't remember the artist. The pages that I scanned and converted to PDF, I didn't get the artist name on it. But this is from a Hershnerrs book from somewhere around 2014, 2015. And so again, it's time I stitch it. And then finally, I have A Village Christmas, artwork by Susan Powell. It's from the December 2023 issue, no, not the Christmas, the actual December issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. This is 143 by 143. And part of the draw for this one is that I've yet to work on a circular design. So this being a circle, it'll give me that feel of what it's like to stitch a circular design. So those are the projects that I'm looking and hoping to start. If I spend every other day to work on a project off the wheel, I have 15 on the wheel. That means I'll get 12, maybe 13 touched, but that's still pretty good. So during the course, let's say I get 13 because I spin the one with the alphabet that I don't want to do the alphabet. So let's say I do 13 of those plus my full coverage. That's 14 starts for the year out of a possible 16. So I think that would be good. And then I will have all of my Christmas pieces done, at least started, so that I can go back to them anytime I want. And I think that's it. So if you're going to be doing Flossmas, let me know so that I can follow you. And if you're just going to hang around and see what I have, if there's a project here that you want to stitch with me, tell me which one that is, and I'll make sure that I pull that out and stitch it with you. In the meantime, have a wonderful last week in November. I can't believe it's already over. And for those of you in the United States who celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I'll be spending that with my children. And I'll see you Friday. And this is Monday. I'll see you Friday with a recap of November. Until then, bye.
Can I